Today we celebrate one of two feasts dedicated to the honor and ministry of St. John the Baptist. We honor his birth, and it is 6 months ahead of the date of the birth of Jesus. There is a second feast in August, the Passion of John the Baptist, which celebrates his death at the hands of Herod Antipas and the manipulations of Herodias and Salome. John also figures strongly in the first 2 weeks of Advent every year, and we also commemorate his ministries on a Sunday in January at the Mass of the Baptism of Jesus. Jesus said of John the Baptist, "Of all the sons of man, there is none greater than John." He also said of John, "He is Elijah." Conversely, John said of Jesus, "It is I who should be baptized by you." And he said, "He must increase, I must decrease." Indeed, the Church recognizes the ministry and prophetic fulfillment of John's life today, and his ministries continue among us still. The Gospel of Luke gives us a clear picture of the circumstances of John's birth. He is born of a barren woman, Elizabeth, who is a relative of Miriam, mother of Jesus. John's father is Zechariah, who had the once-in-a-lifetime privilege of offering the sacrifice at the temple. Both Elizabeth and Zechariah are from priestly clans. Both are described as righteous and blameless. Elizabeth means the promise of God. Zechariah means God remembers. And because Zechariah resists the message of God's angel while he is making the sacrifice, he is rendered dumb, unable to speak. 9 months later, they have their child. In Jewish families, the father gives the name to the child, but it is usually conventional. Thus, Elizabeth and the family expect the child to be named Zechariah after his father. But Zechariah had a conversion in his time of silence and has accepted the work of God in his life and chooses the name John, as the angel had demanded. John means God is gracious. Immediately, Zechariah speaks. His fear and resistance leaves him, and now the family and friends are afraid of what God is doing. And thus, the grounds for John's ministries are set: conversion. Zechariah praises God for the graces and gives us one of the most ancient prayers of Christianity, the Benedictus, which is said every day in the liturgy of evening prayer of the Church. He praises God because God has remembered the promise of the covenant of freedom and forgiveness. And he realizes that this son of his, John, will go before the Messiah and proclaim the possibility of forgiveness and begin the very work of the Savior. This is not a birthday party by any stretch of the imagination, such as we have, but it does teach us the true and religious meaning of birth still: the work of God, the saving power of God, the gift of deep conversion, the dispelling of fear, and the life full of hope.